Hi, I'm Pendleton Ward.
Adam Muto.
Akko Castuera.
Kent Osborne.
Jesse Moynihan.
Tom Herpich.
Rebecca Sugar.
Ian Jones-Quartey.
And y'all are in for a real treat with this DVD commentary because somebody's going to do a magic trick.
Magic?
I just hit a wall. I hit a sleepy wall that I refuse to recover from.
And this is the finale.
Right.
Yeah, this was us.
Oh, yeah. Should you say
Rebecca and Muto.
Me and Adam. That one drawing.
Oh, with the mechanical arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that spawned a lot of fan art.
Fanfics.
We were really trying
Postulation.
to make this one scary. I know that there was some stuff in the outline. The lich was scary, saying things like, I don't know, just villainy things. And we were really trying to make him different than the sort of mwahaha villain, make him really a scary, dangerous thing.
Banana Pan.
Yeah, I remember seeing, was it David C. Smith?
Yeah,
That.
David C. Smith drew that banana pan and all those roots. Not here, but back there.
I loved the lich design. I loved drawing it. It's so cool. And I think Pat came up with that torn face. So fun.
Yeah, it was based on something way back from the show Bible, actually. And we actually redesigned the lich to look more like Pat's drawing. Just kind of ragged and desiccated. There's a snail. This used to be way more elaborate, but...
Yeah, this must have been so satisfying to people that were aware of the snake and like finally seeing it like have something to do with the...
This was a lot more complicated before too, right? There was...
Yeah, but you know, there wasn't time for like a Rube Goldberg thing. It has to move fast. Got to get into the story quick. He is huge, though, is what I remember. Because when Finn walks up to him, he's like an ant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's massive.
Very big.
I like that Jake tries to be things, but he can't. He can't really get it all the way. It's always round on the edges, whenever it is.
This is that nice room again. Everything that happens in this room is always pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This room's way back from the Enchiridion. A lot of callbacks.
Thing shrinks, but not that much.
Yeah. That viewing globe. I actually worked it out where it was like spinning around his hand to explain how a left-handed gauntlet became a right-handed gauntlet. I think all that got taken out because it's nuts.
I remember Penn, you wanted to put it was just a pink sweater, but you really wanted to put the heart on it so that it could be cosplayable.
Looking out for the cosplayers, y'all.
Yeah, I thought that was really smart. Oh, there it is.
I like how he embraces it without any hesitation. It's just this pink sweater. I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah, I tried to do some really cool looking drawings of Finn, like all torn up with some of his hair sticking out of the hat and like this sweater and some sort of battle-y gauntlet stuff, but he ended up looking like a weird 80s dancer. it looked really bad. So we just sort of reined it in.
I think that window right there is one of my favorite backgrounds of the whole show. A nice window.
That's interesting.
It's all fair game.
This episode is pretty fun to do because it's basically a chase through most of it. It's being interrupted by Ice King periodically, but really wanted it to have a sense of urgency and fate of the world jazz.
Is this where his big lady gams are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot he was thin under his
This
robe.
came from something, though, right?
Yeah.
Like writing your name, somebody's name repeatedly over your body.
Yeah.
That came from like girls writing on my arms in high school, or just I think that was a thing. I think.
Yeah, I would do that stuff too. You have those jelly pens, so just draw all over yourself. Felt so important.
Me and my friend Nate, I remember, drew on this girl out on the lawn of a high school. This is distinct from memory. He ended up going out with her later.
His drawing was better.
I really liked working on this one with you. I feel like we hit like a rhythm. Like I was sort of worried up until this one, and then
It's not a lot of worrying.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I was feeling it out, and stuff would always get cut, and but that's just. And then I was like, oh, that's just the way it goes. And then this one, I feel like we just sort of dived into it. And
Oh, I still got a lot of stuff cut on this one. But
well, I know, but it's.
yeah. I feel like I never intellectualized like storyboard partnership like you guys did. I just kind of went with it. I don't know if that's good or bad, but
It's probably good.
I didn't think about the dynamic too much. It was like, let's just work on it together. You do that, Fair. I'll do the rest.
I loved being partners with you.
Oh, thanks.
I remember you'd always have coffee, really fancy coffee, and you'd make it, and you had like this like press, the coffee press, so fancy and scientific looking.
It's a brand name. I don't want to mention it.
Oh, okay, don't. And then one day I realized that the fancy press was only making one cup of coffee at a time, and you've been making me cups of coffee, and I was like, I couldn't believe it that when I realized that, because that meant you had stopped what you were doing specifically to make me a cup of coffee. I thought you were just making coffee and like giving me a cup of coffee, and
I was just gonna mention that this is the the lake from Business Time.
Right.
yeah, a lake, not an ocean. That's why
Lake.
Finn is not afraid of it.
Like, you could see the gauntlet dock in like one shot.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought was really cool.
I have really fond memories of Adam making coffee at Cal Arts, where we went to school together. Adam was the barista of the lodge, which was a building that we worked in. We had our cubicles in.
Man,
Yeah.
Ian you did those skulls on that cloud.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be just an explosion, but then I added some faces in there, and then Andy was like, "Oh, that's cool," and he went with it, and he drew this awesome mushroom cloud, and it ended up as title cards.
Yeah, now it's like a thing.
Now
Skull
it's
clouds.
yeah,
in
the
show.
skull clouds.
I was
Definitely
really
definitely better than a normal cloud.
And if y'all look at the silhouettes of the title card for this episode and the next one, Mortal Recoil, there's a similar silhouette that Andy put in that's really interesting.
Yeah.
If you notice it.
yeah. And none of this was a subway station before when we boarded it, and that all got
Oh yeah, the background
That all got
designers
added.
did an awesome
it's really
job.
cool.
It's mostly Santino on this, right? Pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
Holes are holes.
I remember there was a version of this where Ice King was sort of being passive aggressive because someone else, he wanted the attention that the Lich was getting. He usually gets that kind of attention. That all sort of it just became not a thing though. Too many ideas, I guess.
What was the I never quite understood the I'm gonna bark at him.
No, he's just gonna attack him,
Oh,
and that
okay.
doesn't work. He's too strong, and then he gets inside of Finn's mind. This was really fun. I was really excited about having the Lich eyes sort of just become shiny, emotional eyes, like a cell dividing. That happens in a little bit, though. This is so fun. there was in the outline, the idea was that the sweater. Oh, this is where it happens. There it goes. In the outline, the sweater was like magic and it shot lasers and stuff. And I thought it would be so much cooler if the sweater was just a sweater and he just destroys him like with a regular sweater. So I was really trying to champion that. I was really proud of this stuff. Him just ripping his face open. I was really happy with how this all came out.
I like when he crunches him up against the ceiling there.
This was something I wanted to do in a comic in like high school. A fight where a small person gets pushed up to the ceiling and kicks out with their legs. I don't know. I never made that comic, but I totally used that idea for this. It's gonna be about lady ninjas. Never made it.
I like this ending. I almost wish we'd been able to just end it.
Just leave it here.
Come along with me, and the butterflies and bees. We can wander through the forest and do so as we please. Come along with me to a cliff under